Okay, let's see if this works now. Good morning or afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry it took me a few minutes to get on. I am also doing this from home along with everyone else, and I too have a few glitches on with my stuff. Homeschooling my kiddos. So, so I had to do some of that. I had to get caught up. I see you, Amanda. Hi, hello. Okay, so I was trying to do this from my computer, but I'm not the most tech-savvy person, so bear with me. I'm going to do it from my phone today and be playing around with making sure I can get it up on my computer by tomorrow for us. So first things first, we tell everybody that you're entering at your own risk. That means liability is not on us. Thank you. My girls are the best. I love them. Coraline's birthday is tomorrow. She'll be 7. Anyway, you are entering at your own risk, which means if you are just starting an exercise program, we always recommend that you please consult with your physicians first. I can't get everybody to sign a liability waiver, so just know that don't sue me if something goes wrong at home. With Awful, Active Wellness and Functional Living, Amy and I decided to do something for our community and focus on being able to do some exercises at home. This is what we love to do anyway. Since we're stuck inside, I figured let's get some action going. Don't have the music yet, so Pat, bear with me. I want to start with the basics. These are not going to be like my regular classes when y'all come to them. For those of you who have actually been in my senior program classes, when I teach either silver sneakers or senior strength or senior stretch. It's not going to be 35, 45 minutes long. I'm going to do shorter videos and so that you'll be able to get on them live. And since I'm going to be doing the videos 5 days a week, I'm going to kind of be building. Okay, but those of you who are familiar with the way my classes go, you'll kind of see it coming. Those of you who are just starting out with us, this is kind of gives you an idea so that you're not so anxious and feeling overwhelmed, because I will always go from the basics and then those lowest of modified that I can for people all the way up. So I want to start with just a couple things we're going to go over today. A basic chair march. So equipment for today, I just need you to have a chair. I do have 2 types of chairs. I have a kitchen chair that I'm sitting in that's a little bit lower. And then there's like a rocking chair type. Well, no, actually it's another kitchen chair. It's just a cloth chair. So I'll show you both of those and I'll do work from both of those. I have a kind of an open back, which reminds me a little bit of the ones in the classroom, so I can have something to hold on to. I have some sort of grip. We're going to use just body weight today, and I will post equipment that I need for you for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be more strength based. Okay, so we'll go over that at the end. So for today, just if everybody doesn't have a chair, please get one, and I'll show you the chairs that I have. My mom, being energy proficient, she comes in and turns all the lights off on me. But I love her for it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this probably down here. It's gonna be the easiest to show y'all the 2 different chairs. Yep, okay. So this is one of just like those cloth type chairs you'll be able to sit in. Even though there's a skirt on it, I can grab the chair underneath. So at times there will be movements where we want you to be holding onto the chair. Core exercises, you'll want to grab underneath the chair, because that's actually going to keep you attached to the chair so you're able to engage the core a little more. So this is one of the versions. And then I have a hard kind of, I guess I would call this an open back. I'm not a furniture expert, but that's what we got. Same thing, it's got kind of a lip right here, so that I can lean back when I'm doing my exercises. I'm short, I'm only like 5'4". This one's a little lower to the ground. I like it better because my knees are level with my hips when I'm sitting, as opposed to being too short, my knees being up here or dangling down. Okay, so basic chair march. What you're gonna wanna do when we're just trying to warm up is, see, I'm scooting my butt a little bit towards the edge of the chair, not all the way on the end, but I'm about halfway. This is gonna allow me to lean back a little bit, and I'm gonna grab a hold here, and I'm just going to literally march back and forth. So you can start with me on this. My timer's on the phone right now. So what I will do is I'm gonna watch the clock up here, and we're gonna do this for about 30 to 40 seconds. What we're doing is, and I'm just marching forward, so I'll turn sideways so you can see what my knees are doing. They're just coming straight up and down. Look, you don't have to march this high, okay? You can just picking them up a little bit, okay? It doesn't have to be much. All we're trying to do is warm up the hip flexors and our hip joints, a little bit of the lower core, and all of that stuff, so that we can, and I'm going slower as I'm lifting higher so that I don't hurt myself, because I will. And we're gonna go ahead and take a break. From there, you're going to sit up in the chair. So instead of leaning back, it's weird, I'm having to use this as my mirror and the camera. And instead of leaning back, I want you to sit up for this one, and you're just gonna like slide your foot out and in, okay? So what that looks like from the front is I'm literally just opening my foot and closing it back in, okay? So this is gonna warm up the outside of the hip and the inside of the thigh, okay? And I think I don't have Brenda to do my counting, so I usually do about 10 to 12 of these on one leg. I wasn't counting, and then I do it on the other leg. We are not picking up, we're not doing that rainbow, or as my girl Catherine lovingly tells us to step in and out of the car, or what's she called, the monster truck, I think it is, or 18-wheeler. All we're doing is opening and closing. If this is your open and close, totally fine. Totally fine. And you can rest your foot each time, whatever feels best. I'm trying to keep my foot off the ground a little bit, not way up here. I'm just kind of sliding back and forth. And I think that's about 10 to 12. I can't ever remember because I'm not counting, paying attention. From here, I want to do some nice basic stretches. So to warm the shoulders up, this is something I do literally every single day. I'm going to lock my fingers like this. I'm going to aim my palms at the sky. I'm not locking out and reaching and getting all crazy. All I'm doing is I'm going to just be rocking my hands back and forth, not forcing it, not acting crazy. I'm literally just moving my shoulders back and forth, my hands back and forth, and you should feel it. It usually stretches under here, stretches the front of the chest, so it'll open up the abs. You should feel movement in the shoulder blades. And then from here, I'm going to turn to the side and show you what I'm doing. Because we're sitting forward a little bit, I'm going to open my legs about as wide as the chair. I want your heels in front of your knees, not tucked under, because this is how you fall out of the chair. So you want to be out here so you can lean over. So you're going from this rocking position, you're going to press out forward as you kind of suck your belly and stuff back, and you're pushing through your hands. We're trying to stretch those shoulder blades and all those little tight muscles in the shoulders that pull in the back of the neck. Nice. And then bring your legs in, and you're going to roll those shoulders backwards. Just nice and high, like you're shrugging. Like, I don't know. Who started all this nonsense? I don't know. Crazy people. Who would have thought that we'd, be locked in our houses over the coronavirus? Who knew? I don't know. It's crazy. It's just insane. That's what we're trying to do. I don't know. It's crazy. Just roll those shoulders. I know. Heads up, I'm a little politically incorrect at times. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, you're going to stand up. I want you to grab the side of that chair. You can use a countertop or the back of the chair. Amanda, I'll get with you. Hey, Gail, Juanita, Amy. Nice. Okay, so want you to go ahead and grab onto the side of the chair, or I'm actually going to show you from the countertop because it's easier for me from the countertop. I'm in my mom's house and still not back in my own house from the fire, so I'm going to hold on to this. I want to try and, I can either put my finger inside my shoe, and I'm going to pull it this way. You can grab your ankle or your foot, or you can actually grab your pant leg, and you're wanting to pull it up this way just to stretch that quad a little bit, okay? I'm very flexible in my quad, so I can pull all the way this way. However, when I'm really tight and sore after a workout like yesterday, I actually will put my finger inside my shoe and take it easy on that. Then I'm literally going to switch hands. If the chair is in front of you, you're going to do the other side. This is so weird without music. I got to figure out a way to get this music. If I get it on the computer, I can do my music. It'll be awesome. I promise. Okay, so now we're going to shake that out. Shake all that out. I'm getting hot, so I'm going to take this off. I want to do squat tap outs. These are not my fault. I actually learned these from my friend Amber. I actually learned this from my friend Amber. Amber's, Amanda's, they're all the same. Okay, it's a squat tap out. You can use a countertop or you can use a chair. So I'm here at the countertop. It's just easier for me to show y'all this. Using the countertop. Get my computer wire out of the way because we all know that I'm a klutz. I will trip. So, holding on to the countertop. A squat is like we're trying to sit in a chair. Okay, so when we try to sit in a chair, we don't sit like this and our knees go forward. Okay, so from here, you're actually going to want to sit your butt back and just kind of sit down a little bit. Okay, you're going to start with your feet together. What this will look like is if I'm holding onto the countertop, I'm going to sit back and put my butt down. So I'm actually going to tap my foot out to the side and then bring it back. But I'm not going to stand on it, which means I'm not stepping and coming in. All I'm doing is leaving all of my weight on my left leg. I'm just going to put that foot out there and I'm going to bring it back in. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going to do this 10 times. I'm going to use the countertop or the back of the chair or the back of a couch or your kid, shoulder blades, whatever, who cares? I'm just kidding. To balance myself. So I'm going to sit my butt back, okay? And I'm going to come down a little bit. I'm going to put all my weight on that left leg, and we're going to tap out 10 times. It's almost like if Brenda was here, she'd be counting for me, but she's in my heart, so that's what matters. So we're going to tap out, and in is 1. Out, 2. Out, in 3. Out, in 4. Out, in 5. Out, in 6. Out, in 7. Out, in 8, out, in 9, out, in 10. And then we're going to stand up, okay? And I will work from, there's much harder versions of that. This is the very basic. Remember, I'm doing this to get started for people so you kind of get an understanding of what I do. So, normally, you go right into the other leg. However, in my experience of the years I've learned, this leg is tired because I just stood on it a lot. This one's actually worn out a little bit because I was working on it and tapping it out and in and out. So what I like to do is put like a cardio or plyometric, a movement in here that gets our heart rate up, kind of like breaks up all of that funkiness and the soreness that's happening and the burning in the legs and gets the circulation going and tries to help flush the system. So that should increase your recovery time and reduce your lactic acid buildup. One of my favorite things on the planet is jumping jacks. Right now, I cannot do jumping jacks because the jumping is too much for my body. However, I came up with a little modified jumping jack, and you kind of trick your friends into dancing. All you're doing is, this is a jumping jack, right? When I go out with my feet, my hands go out. It's a lot of coordination. It's craziness. I get it. And we can't bounce. So what we're going to do is we are going to step side to side, okay? That's it, just stepping side to side. It doesn't have to be really wide. It can be short, okay? So what I tell people is just get your feet going. The goal is to move faster. But sometimes I see this in my classes, okay, and our balance is bad. So 2 ways to deal with that. Make sure you're staying within a comfortable zone, which may be shorter, which is fine. We're just trying to move and get the heart rate up. These are your balance sticks. So you can either leave them just out, which helps offset your balance if you feel like you're gonna wobble, okay? Or if you are wobbling, you can hold on to the chair and just kind of step side to side for balance, okay? For those of you who actually have the coordination or the strength, or you wanna just give it a whirl, you're gonna add arms in, okay? So some of my clients who have, like my best friend and business partner, she's 39, but she was in a bad car accident about 10 years ago, and she's got rods in her back, and her neck is really messed up. I have clients that have had surgery on their neck. So this really actually pinches a lot and puts a lot of impingement on the C-spine, and some of my clients have frozen shoulders. Miss Pat's got a frozen shoulder. This is really hard to do, or I'll see this, right? I would rather you just move this way. Some people actually do like marching arms. Some people do this. Some people just do this. Whatever you can do, you just want to keep moving your feet. And we've been doing that for at least a minute, and your heart rate should be up. It's really hard to try and count and talk and instruct at the same time, and I'm looking in a little tiny phone. So we've gone marches in the chair, stretches. We got to do the other leg. So we just did the modified jump jacks. Cool. So now we're going to do the left leg. So here's where those of you who are more advanced, you can do this without the countertop at this point. So Pat, Dale, Sherry, Amy, if you want to try it. If you want to add a weight to it or something, if you have that, you can. You just want to hold it in your hands. What you're going to do is put it out, put your hands this way or out, or however your balance is. Same thing. Butt goes back and down. All the weight's going to be on the right leg, and we are going to tap out and in with this one. So this is where your balance would come into play. Or you would hold the other side of the chair. You can hold the countertop. I have an opening here, or you can turn forward. So we're going to do 10 of those. So booty back, sit it down. You should feel the weight in the quad, not the knee. If you are feeling pain in the front of the knee, you're coming down and forward with your hips. It just means that you need to poke your butt back and sit your weight, shift it into your heel. That's what this is here for, okay? So out, in 1, out, in 2, out, in 3, out, in 4, out, in 5, out, in 6, out, in 7, out, in 8, out, in 9, out, in 10. Stand up, go right into those modified jumping jacks. Right into them. I'm gonna move a little faster, and my neck's kind of sore from yesterday, so I am doing more of my like chicken wing arms, which I'm totally fine with, totally cool with that, as opposed to this, because this will actually aggravate my shoulder and my neck sometimes. So I have neck problems and I've had shoulder repair. So I will be doing modifications because of my own health conditions and or past injuries and surgeries that I've had a lot of. So, and also you're always welcome to do an actual jumping jack, always. But this is just getting very basic. These are some of my very, very, very basic movements I use a lot of. And march it out. Okay. So this is where I would either go to a push-up or a crunch. I think I'm going to teach a crunch and stay with that today. We've got chair marches, some stretches, and the tap outs, some modified jumping jacks. I think we're just going to go to a basic crunch, and then I will focus on some strength tomorrow with like some push-ups on the countertops. We'll talk about equipment shortly. For now, get a water break because I need one. And I'm going to check these videos and pull this chair back and get it set up for the video. Hey, Ashley. You don't think that it's not bad without the video, without the music, Miss Juanita? Sweet. All right, let me just make sure y'all can see me. All those things. Everybody can see. Yeah, okay, good. Hey, Michelle. Roxanne. I have to do it. Roxanne. Just because I have to, because it's Roxanne. Yep, perfect. Okay, let me get a sip of water or Gatorade. Stay hydrated. Stay as hydrated as possible. Okay, so as you can tell, just so we're all clear, who's that? Hey, Jenny! Hi! I have my cleavage all in there. Okay, so for those of you who've been in classes with me turning this chair crazy like this is exactly what I do in class. So like I face people, face sideways, I turn in a circle. I try to help people see everything from all angles. So if you like the video or you like an exercise, I didn't give a good angle. This is my first time trying. I have not done this in about 2 years. So please send me some inbox in my private message me with some ideas, or if you have questions or something like that. Plus we're gonna post our information, our contact information and stuff like that after this. So yes, I teach crazy like this when I'm spinning stuff in around, so just know that happens. Okay, basic crunch. One of my actual favorite moves to teach, and I love to teach it from a chair. I don't know, it's just, it's comfortable. And, well, it's comfortable, it's not comfortable, but you'll see what I mean. I can do it and I can make it very effective. I don't know who just hopped on. Oh, hey, there we go, okay. So, what I'm gonna show you is, in a chair, most people have a tendency to do this and just turn that crunch in here, okay? That's good, and it does work. 2 problems is, I see a lot of this, okay? So I need you to immobilize or lock this arm, use your shoulder. Just from here on out, this doesn't exist. We are not using our hand or arm, we're using a shoulder. So you're gonna think shoulder to knee. Not elbow to knee, you are gonna think shoulder to knee, or you're just gonna think twisting the shoulders, okay? Now, in comes the chair. Oh, the lovely, lovely chair. So, what I like about the chair, the more I scoot my butt forward, do y'all see how I'm reclining back like this? So now, do you see all of this core that's open? We want to work a lot more of that. Okay, so what I like people to do, I do not like anybody ever pulling on their neck. From my gymnasts all the way up to my 86-year-old clients that are in-home that I go to their houses, we're going to pinch our earlobes. Because it only takes 10 pounds of pressure to rip an ear off, so they say. And no one's gonna pull on it. And also, if you can see, if your elbow's moving, it's all those little tricks. So you're gonna lean back. Now, we can do this 2 ways. One, with the left hand, I'm grabbing something under this chair. Whether it's this lip, back here if you have the shoulder motion, up front, not a good choice. Somewhere underneath here, you're one to grab, and you're gonna use this arm to kind of keep you stabilized, okay? Then pinch this one, your earlobe, and you're actually going to sit up off the chair and twist and come back down. So I'm holding this part of the chair to stabilize me in this movement, okay? Advances, you're gonna be up here, or you're gonna be out here. This arm is not doing a holding, you should be balancing, okay? But for beginners, what that looks like is, I'm actually going to come off the chair. Let me do it this way, so y'all can hear me. I'm actually gonna come off the chair, then I'm going back to the chair. I'm coming off the chair, I'm going back to the chair. So I don't care if it's this, because I do have clients that do that. If you can come all the way up and twist, that's good too. So in my classes, I usually say up, chair, twist, chair, twist, chair. So I'm wanting to look at the camera with my chest and my whole body every time I come up. If your leg starts getting tired, for the crunch version, you can try and just come up a little bit or hover that foot, but it's going to be opposite shoulder, opposite leg, and I think that should be about 10 on that side, and then we're going to switch to the other side, and I'll show you what it looks like from this way. Which way am I going, this leg now? Okay. Yes, I just had a conversation with myself in my own head. 10 to the other side, here we go. Up, chair, up, chair, up, chair, up, chair. I think this is 4, so every time I come up, my checkpoint is trying to get my chest and my head to see my mom's refrigerator. Up and twist, recline to the chair. Up and twist, recline to the chair. Up and twist, recline to the chair. That's right, I can slow this down. So we can take a longer break in between. If you want to get more reps out of it, obviously you can go faster. I like to take my time, make sure I'm well balanced, and that should be 10. Whoo, yep, y'all see what I'm doing? I'm going to stretch my abs out after that. By doing that, I'm going to stretch my feet out. I'm holding myself in the chair. Don't slide out of your chair. Try to keep yourself up here and just arch your back up and try and stretch that out, picking your chin up, trying to stretch your abs out. Then we're going to sit up. That is going to be what we're going over, that I'm going over today. Tomorrow, we'll see some of these in there. I'm going to fold them back in. Tomorrow, I want you to get 2 dumbbells or soup cans or bottles of water. I will post option pictures on my page of what I think is, what I mean by like water bottles and stuff like that. If you do not have dumbbells at home, totally fine. I literally will show you right here. This is my equipment that I bring to my clients' houses. It's a small pile of small weights. And I don't even have I think I have 2 5s is it. Because you don't need all of that stuff to work from home. So that's going to be it for today. Just getting you started so you can kind of see an idea. I'm going to try and get some music tomorrow. So check back daily with us around noon or just check in on the page. We're going to be posting some videos for our seniors. I'm going to try and see what I can do to get some advanced stuff up there. Really focusing towards our group of individuals that are home and isolated. Big time, which would be our senior program and our senior citizens at home. But anyone can join in on this. Trust me when I tell you, my 11-year-old gymnast takes my silver sneakers, takes my senior stretch class, takes my senior strength class. Mackenzie does these workouts with us and she loves them. So everyone can do them, from your literally professional athletes all the way into your 80s and 90s. I have people that do it all the time. So if you have limitations beyond like an average, your typical maybe like diabetes or something like that, or you really have some extreme issues. I do have clients with Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, knee replacements, knee injury, ACLs, like go down the list of injuries. It's what I'm a specialist in at all age levels. If you have some good ideas or some questions, please just reach out to us and I'll see what I can do, because this is what I've been doing for the last 5 years is functional workouts with little to no equipment. I'm kind of an expert in it, so please stay with us. And so for tomorrow, I will post, after this video, I will post for tomorrow what equipment we need. And thank you for joining us today. I will see everybody tomorrow, and I look forward to going through this process together. This is really tough, it's really scary, and it's something none of us have faced before. So it brings about some unique feelings, emotions, and limitations, but we still want to stay active. And I've been doing some video virtual chats. Socialize. It's great for mental health too. So don't be crazy and turn into me. There's that. It happens. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. Love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Hang in there. I'm just figuring out how to turn this off.